Hi, everyone, and welcome to our Saturday training. It's January 7th. It's a new year, and off we go. Like I say, we are a heart-centered service team, and I love to say together we win. And what do I mean by together we win? Well, I want you all to know that this team has over 30 senior presidential directors in the organization in 3 years. So the system is working, the team is working, the product works, we're good. And I also want you all to know that the week of 11/21 to 11/27 was our biggest week ever. From Peter and I down, we did $713,000 in volume in 1 week. If you put that into a month, that is almost 3 million in a month. Okay, just to give you an idea of volume, just to give you an idea what that means, I worked for another very big company, and the biggest leader in that company was doing about that kind of number. So I just want you to know how big we really are, and that our systems work, the product work, the people work, and just as this team, be proud of what we are accomplishing together. We have created StartX39now.com, our exposing site. It's good. We've created StartX39biz.com, our business site. The 14 steps to success. That's all you have to do. Your homework is go look at those sites and understand them. And lastly, we have our podcast. Thank you, Peter No, for organizing those 3 years ago. We do 30-minute testimonials 5 days a week, and everybody takes a piece. None of us could make this system go in the way it goes without each other. There's no way. It's that powerful. And it really is team working together that wins. And I just want you all to know how much I love this team and how proud I am of what we have accomplished, okay? I'd like to now tell you that today's training is on our system, 333 Ask, Share, Give. It is through doing the small habits. I just started this new book called Atomic Habits by James Clear. I'm sure Staci's already read it. But by doing these small habits is where the success comes, right? So I will train you on that system a little bit later, but we have some senior presidential directors that can talk right now. And what 333 Ask, Share, Give does was we patch 3 a day, follow up with 3 a day, invite 3 to Zoom. We ask a question, we share a link, startx39now.com. We share our testimonial, and we give a gift. That gift can be a little sample. That gift can be a silver kitten auto ship with a 30-day money-back guarantee. But here's really what's going on. It all starts with a list. Network marketers are list makers. How many people have a list book? I have one right here. There's my book. Look at every single SPD is putting their book up right now. Did you see that? That's what network marketers do. We make lists and we book the next appointment to water people 5 times with love for closing at 80%. So, Dr. Staci, can you come on and tell us how you make your list, how that works for you? Give us some examples, and thank you. Dr. Staci is SPD. She lives in Sarasota, Florida. She is the one coordinating the big event in January, and we love her.
Thank you, Marci. Love you guys too. Thank you. Thank you. So excited to see all your faces in a few weeks down here in sunny Florida. It's a tiny bit chilly today. I think it's going to be 70 degrees, but I think you guys will be okay. You'll be able to handle it, right? So let's talk about list making. This is my notebook from when I signed up with LifeWave a little over a year and a half ago. This was my very first list that I made. Okay, lots of names on that list, lots of checks marks because they're
hold on. I want to take a picture of that list. Did you see how big that is? Let me do that. Look at you guys.
Big. This is just page 1, girl.
thinking, look at her little checks and that's a real network marketer right there. Sorry, go ahead. Yep.
Yeah, no, the pages continue. Don't worry. That was just page 1. So what I did was I sat down and I thought, okay, in my mind, I said, this is the holy grail of healing. Who do I know that would be interested in this? Who is into health and wellness? Who is into holistic types of things? And I wrote down all of their names on this list. I didn't go anywhere else but just my mind.
You went in your mind and you said, in your mind, who do you know? Who do I know that would be into holistic health? Who would be into healing? Did you ask yourself, who do you know that needs a business? Did you put business in your mind at all, or just healing at the first?
No. Only who could benefit from this technology, who is already into holistic types of things, who are people that already love health and wellness, that are into different holistic modalities. That was my first thing on my list.
And you said to me, this is interesting. You said X39 stem cell activation patches are the holy grail of what?
Healing, the holy grail of healing.
The holy grail of healing. So I would probably, because I need to write things down, I might write that on the top of my list. The holy grail of healing. Who do I know that likes this, that I could help with this technology? Wow. I think I need to go back and start my list again, just with that.
Here's the thing that I want you to think about with people. So we have people that are super skeptical, perfectly fine. We have people that are somewhat skeptical, right? Perfectly fine. Well, the first people that I wanted to reach out to were people that I already knew what healing modalities, holistic therapies, alternative therapies were about. And it wasn't that I was worried about people rejecting me. I have zero fears of contacting anybody for any reason. I have none of that, okay? Ever. Just doesn't exist in me. And so it wasn't like, oh, I don't want to reach out to her because of this. No, I want to talk to open-minded, like-minded people. People that are going to be like, oh my God, I have not heard of this. Tell me all about it. I'm into everything holistic. I want to know more about holistic stuff. You know, I'm always looking for the latest, greatest. What is out there that I don't know about? Those were the first people on my list. I was looking for like-minded people. When we talk about our community and people that we want to surround ourselves with, I didn't write down my mom, bless her soul. I knew she wasn't going to be into that, right? No, it's fine. Didn't write down my brother. Nope. Sure did write down both my sister-in-laws though. They were super into it, of course. They were like, yes, sign me up. Whatever it is, I'll take whatever you're doing. And it wasn't that I was looking for a quick sale. I was looking for people that have like-minded thoughts and lifestyles. Okay. And so maybe your lifestyle has not been one of holistic types of healing modalities and health and wellness. And that's okay. Go look for some of those people. Go look for people that are already into holistic types of therapies. Go look for your massage therapist. Go look for your Reiki masters. Go look for your energy healers, your biofeedback therapists, your acupuncturists, your detox bath foot people. I don't know. Go look for all kinds of people that are into all different kinds of alternative holistic therapies and medicines. They're there in your life. You may just not realize it. Okay. And so that's what I looked for first. That was my first thing on my list. And then of course, from there, once I got this list and I immediately, I want to just tell you real quickly here. I'm big on voice clips because people can hear my energy, my excitement, my passion. They may not actually know what words I'm saying, but it's an energy transfer. And so when I send a voice clip, it is literally seconds long, just saying, hey, Lindsay, girl, I have found the holy grail of healing. I have got to tell you all about this. That's it. Something very simple like that. She's like, what is it? I'm in. Tell me all about it. What did you find? What do you have? Or I could say to somebody, Sally, I have literally just come across the holy grail of healing. What do you know about stem cell activation? Something simple like that, right? Or I could go a little bit more into depth and say, hey, Julie, I know how into health and wellness you are and all types of holistic modalities. I've just come across one that is blowing my mind. I would love to share more information with you about this and get your feedback and input on it. But again, it's a voice clip that I'm sending that fast.
So Staci, hold on for a second. So that's interesting. So now she's talking to you about how she exposes, right? She's right? I'm getting this right. This is an exposing. She's using a voice clip. And this is kind of silly, but the voice clip is just what on your cell phone? You just hit the little thing by the text and then you just say it and send it, right?
Or you're in Messenger and you just touch the microphone and you talk. But again, it's not this long, drawn out testimonial or explanation of anything, right? I'm just quick. I want to engage. I want to have a conversation with people.
And do they voice memo you back? Do they text you back? Is from this exposure a booking the next appointment? What does that look like? Tell us after that little 10 seconds, what's next with that person?
They always respond back with a text. Very rarely do people voice memo because the same reasons why you guys don't voice memo. You're scared of it. You don't know how your voice is going to sound. You don't want to make a mistake. You don't want to say the wrong thing or stumble over your words, so you just don't do it, right? That's just the reason why you don't do it. But the more you do it, I mean, we should have good communication skills by now. We're all adults, right? So we should be able to push the button and say a few words, even if we stumble over our words or say, we should be able to say a few words easily to people without causing a catastrophe to happen in our world, right? And again, like I said, it's not really about the words you're saying, it's about the excitement and the energy transfer. It's about what's coming through in your heart to them. So I always say you can never say the right thing to the wrong person or the wrong thing to the right person. And honestly, less is best. The more you say, then you don't leave any room for questioning or interest being piqued. Like, I'm interested, send me more. My messages, whether it be a voice memo or whether it be a text message, always are to pique their interest so that they want to engage back with me and have a dialogue, a conversation. And so I know Bob's got fantastic scripts if you want ideas to be able to make your own. I think it's very important that you make things your own and that you're not just copying or pasting, because people see that, they know that, they can feel that. And trust me, Facebook's algorithms pick up on that. So that is not a good thing.
Give us real quick one more time a few of those little 10-second exposing lines, just real quick. They're so fun to hear you say that.
Let's just hit rewind and listen to it again.
Just do it one more time. Just give me one.
Hey, Julie, I have come across the holy grail of healing. I know how into health and wellness and all different types of holistic modalities you are. I would love to get your eyes on this, get your feedback and opinion. Can I send you some information?
And then what are they going to send back to you? Sure. Yes. In a text.
Yeah, sure. Absolutely.
And then what do you do next with them?
So I send them the little video on the beginning of startx39now.com. I send them that.
The 3-minute video or the 1 minute on light? The 3-minute on stem cell?
The 3-minute, yeah.
Okay,
and the reason why is because being a teacher, obviously, I know how people's attention spans are, which is why I do everything in little bitty baby bits. There's no big, long, drawn out things for me, whether it's a message or text, whatever, email. And so I send that little video and they're like, oh, that's interesting. And I say, well, that's exactly what I thought when I found out about this last year.
Okay, then what do you do?
Then they respond back, well, I would like to know more. Oh, okay, sure. Let me send you some information. And I send them startx39now.com and I send them the health tracker and this patch summary PDF.
Okay, so that's good. So she sends now the health tracker and the 1 page.
And then I say, I would love to drop some samples in the mail to you. What's your address? And they shoot it right away. I've never had one person say, no, you can't have my address.
And then what do you do?
I send them the samples.
I know. And then what do you do after that?
I invite them to a Zoom immediately. I get them on a patching podcast, a Zoom, whatever's coming up next, I get them on a Zoom. The Zooms are the secret sauce. That's the secret sauce in this business. Peter, you and Marci created this almost 3 years ago. It's no different than before COVID. In network marketing, the people that make the most money put the most butts in the seats. And that's a fact. And it's not that we're here front loading on money by any means. I'm just saying, but if you want to be successful, you have to be very good at inviting people to show up and following up with people after to see what they thought about it. And so that's really the name of the game. The sauce, when I see people skyrocketing in their business, they're the ones that are inviting people to the Zooms. They're getting on the Zooms and they're following up with the people after the Zooms, or they're sending recorded testimonials. I know we can't be on every single Zoom and you wouldn't want to invite every single person to every single Zoom. They would like block you, right? Probably not. They join your team. No, but you guys, the thing is, you want to make sure that you're at least listening to some recordings, right? If you can't get on every one, because they're so powerful. And that's the key, is that little secret sauce is getting them on the Zoom even before they get their samples in the mail. Hey, I thought you might want to pop on this tonight to learn a little bit more while your samples are coming, or, you know, in between, if you're just sending videos or whatever, I thought about you and I thought you might want to watch this tonight, or send them a recording, right? And say, hey, I don't know if you just watched the first 10, 15 minutes of this last night, you know, they're going to watch the whole thing.
Wow. So you really are, when you send a sample, you're using the transport of the sample as the reason to be educating, sending to Zoom, sending to a recording. That sample is just giving you time to educate people.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, exactly. And I want to share one more thing about list making, and then I'll be done.
Yes.
So obviously I'm still list making. This notebook was from a year and a half ago. I've got about 7 in between there, but here's one of my most recent ones. So everybody on here is on social media, whether you're on Telegram or Instagram or Facebook or whatever, you're on a platform to be able to have friends, followers, people that you're, you know, on there with, contacts, right? Email list, contact list. And so I want you to go to your, whatever if you're on Facebook, let's say, for example, I want you to go to your Facebook. Most people don't want to post on Facebook. Perfectly fine. You don't have to do anything on social media to be successful in this business. Marci, Peter, myself, we all got to SPD and didn't do anything on social media. So you don't need to do social media to get to the top of the company, right? My whole thing in this business was to make sure that I did nothing on social media until I got to the top, because I wanted to prove to everybody that you can get to the top of the company without doing one single post on Facebook about this product, technology, business, nothing. And then I was like, all right, now I'm on, game on, because I know how to master. I've already mastered the social media game. I did that a long time ago in my other company. But I got to the top of that company with belly to belly and doing 0 social media, and then blew it out of the water even farther on social media. So the whole thing is, we're all on social media. So you don't have to interact. You don't have to post. You don't have to do stories. You don't have to do reels. You don't have to do any of that, but you all have friends. I want you to get that notebook out, and I want you to write down every single friend on that notebook, not select few, not the ones you think would be interested, not the ones potentially possibly anything, no limiting beliefs. I just want you to put every single one of those friends' names down on a piece of paper.
Well, that would be 3,000 friends I have. Is that what you're telling me?
I have 4,980. I get it.
And you put them all on a piece of paper.
All their names go on a piece of paper. Yes. And so I want you to get their names on a piece of paper, and there's power to the pen. So it needs to be on pen. You need to physically be writing, because your energy is then connected. Quantum entanglement is a very real thing. And so when you were thinking of someone and you were writing their name down, that's why on here you see check, 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 check on this list, because their name went on the paper, and then, oh, she's in, right? Because my energy and intention went into them. Doesn't mean it's happening on day 1. It could happen a year later, 5 years later, whatever. But you still have power to putting your energy and intentions in with somebody else. And for their highest good, of course, we have something to help people improve their quality of life. We're not looking for sales, right? This is not, I see you as a $, you're $50 to me. No, this could help you improve your life, and you don't even know how it can help them improve their life. Let's be honest. You really don't know what's going on with people. Maybe a few close people you do know their serious issues, but most people you do not know their serious issues. You have no idea what they're suffering with behind the screen, that they're on social media with you, right? So write their names down, and then I want you to go reach out to them. Maybe it's 10 a day. Maybe it's 20 a day. Maybe it's 100 a day. You can't do more than 100, by the way. They will stop you from messaging for a 24-hour period. But maybe it's, however many it works for you.
She knows that, by the way.
I've known that for years. You gotta teeter that line between 70 and 100 every day. You can't do more than that. And I know it's three, whatever. Okay, you guys, 3 takes 30 seconds. Literally, if you're doing a voice clip, you're talking 30, 45 seconds max to message 3 people. What job? I have to say this. What job do you go to that you get to work 30 seconds? Like none. You're working 8 hours. So 333 takes 5 minutes. We've done this a million times, right? We've had office hours. We've done daytime, nighttime. Everybody get together. Let's do it together. We've done this. We call them power pods. We've done this a million times. It takes 5 minutes to do 333. right? Kathy's
So
shaking her head over
Stacy,
there.
go back again to, it takes 5 minutes, but explain to people again, because I kind of got you derailed and I'm sorry, about once again, this Facebook, writing all your 3,000 friends, and then you just go to Messenger and voicemail them, voice clip them, something really quick, and off you go. And I hear your 10 a day just started. Is that what I'm understanding?
Yeah. So however many number works for you. If you want to do 3 a day, it's perfectly fine. Message 3 people a day. If you want to do 10 a day, if you want to do 30 a day, whatever, just don't go over 100. But you have the time to send 10 messages a day. You have the time to send 30 messages a day, right? Remember, I'm big on time. We all have 168 hours in the week, period. That's 24 hours a day. If you sleep 7-8 hours a night, work a full-time job, you could still work 2 more full-time jobs. We have that many hours in the week. Let's take out family life commitments, responsibilities, parents, kids, grocery cleaning. You still could work another 40 hours in another job outside of your full-time job, your life, and you're sleeping really good sleep. So be productive with your time, like stop Netflix binging and all that kind of stuff. What's important, helping people improve their quality of life. People are suffering. We know that, right? We know they're suffering. And so we've got to get out there and make an impact and make a difference in people's lives. And maybe you're in a point right now where you're suffering. Maybe your health is really, really decreased right now. And that means you're here for a reason to improve your health at the same time you're impacting other people's health at the exact same time. And so you can send them a message and just say, hey, I've come across something I'm starting to use for myself. I thought of you. I would love to share this with you. Could I get your feedback and opinion on this? Could I send you some information? And then you go to the next, and you go to the next, and you go to the next. We don't have to have long, drawn-out dissertation conversations with people. Let's just cut to the chase. Like, look, I found something, girl. I have got to tell you about it. It's like if I find my favorite restaurant. Amy, girl, we are going here. We are going to this restaurant in Clearwater, right? Like, that's it. Like, I don't need to do a whole dissertation on it. I'm just telling you, I found something, and we got to go do it. That's it, right? So keep it simple, but know that your list can come from those holistic people that you know into health and wellness, but don't discard all the people. I have signed up so many people from Facebook Messenger only, sending private messages that I don't ever talk to. I don't even know how we became friends. And we even joke about it. Like, I don't know how we became friends. I don't know. Who do you know? I don't know. We got this many mutual friends. Who knows? Well, it doesn't really matter. Okay, great. Now we're business partners. Now we're friends. Now you're buying. Now you're a customer of mine. Whatever. I don't care. Like, I'm always open to meet new people and make new friends and have new partnerships and relationships. My door is not closed for that. Now, don't cross me. Then the door's closed. But otherwise, meaning don't mess up that energy. We got to be positive. Leah's dying laughing, right? We got to be positive. We got to be uplifting. We got to be happy. We got to be moving in the right direction, right? We are all blissed out here on the Nirvana patch, but we want to make sure that we are open to sending messages to people on our face. So that's my big list thing.
I have another question. So now we know that we're making our first list on the holy grail of healing. Who do we know? And then let's go do our 3,000 friends on Facebook. I want to ask you in a moment one more question on lists, but before I do that, you did a really nice job taking us from list making all the way to bringing someone to a Zoom.
It's hard not to go right through that. In my brain, it just goes straight through it.
And I love it, and it's so good. That's why I'm slowing you down, because I know we're all going to be re-listening to this over and over, to be honest with you. So how do you go to how do you close somebody?
Follow up.
So tell us give us an example from the Zoom to the follow-up and the close.
So after I invite them to the Zoom, I automatically message them after, either later that night, depending on their time zone, or the next day. And I'll say, what did you think of that Zoom last night? Was that not just crazy? And they'll be like, oh my God, I'm so sorry. I didn't get a chance to get on it. The kids, whatever. And I'm like, no big deal. I can send you the recording. Just listen to the first few minutes of it. And they're like, oh yes, I've really got to learn more about this. Okay, tell me what's going on with you. That's it. Just tell me what's going on with you. Right? Because they've already went through the process of, I've piqued their interest. They've seen the videos, they've seen some PDFs, they got invited to a Zoom, they've got samples on the mail. What's going on with you? With your health, right? Like I'm not talking about, all that. If they want to share that, that's fine. But what's going on with your health? Tell me what are some of your health goals? And they're going to immediately start spitting out their grocery list of problems. And I'll be like, oh, I've got a great solution for that. Now, I'll be honest with you. This is what I say to people. I have a protocol for that. That's exactly what I say, right? X39 Eon, that's my protocol. Maybe Ice Wave if they're in pain, but I say I have a protocol that'll fix that. I can definitely help you improve your health. Because I know I can help them improve their health. I can improve their quality of life by them using this technology 100%. I'm not making any claims on any of their diseases, right? Or any curing anything, but I know I can help you.
So you basically, as the sample's still getting in the mail, you basically already invited them to a Zoom, called them, said what's going on with you, and had a protocol for that. And now are you signing them up on what? And how does that sound?
They all come in with a silver, and they'll ask me, they'll look at the PDF and they'll say, well, which ones do you recommend? And I'll say, well, X39 Eon, and maybe say, for example, an SP6, right? Because they have endocrine system issues, right? So I'm like, okay, great. They'll say, well, how much is that? And I'll say, well, retail is $150 for a month's supply of the X39 supportive patches, or $80. Wholesale, I can get you 2 months of X39 and a month of Eon SP6 for just $299. So retail is going to be over $300. Wholesale is $299. I always tell them, of course, no sign up fee, no crazy commitment or anything like that. You do whatever you want. They're like, okay, that's a no brainer. I said, sure, let me just get a little bit of information from you. And I have my notebook. I have my order form. If you want to be technical, I don't use an order form. Oh my God, you know how many order forms I go through? They're all in notebooks.
What order form what order form do you use? Do you use one of the order forms on the biz site?
I do. I use the one, I think I do. I use the one that doesn't have the preferred customer and doesn't have the bronze. And I don't send it to them. I never send them the order form. I just say, I just need to get a little bit of information from you. And they say, okay, well, I'll say, what's your address? And they'll send me their address, and they'll say, cool, what is your email and cell phone? They'll send me that, and I'll say, okay, what's the name on the card you want to use? And they'll send me that, and I'll say, okay, what is the card number with the expiration and the 3-digit on the back? They'll send me that. That's easy. I'm like, okay, hang on 1 second. I'll get your order placed for you, and I'll send you an email confirmation. Okay. So then I do it right there.
So you basically say the difference between retail and wholesale.
That's
and I
it.
heard that 149 or 150, 149 X39 80 for supportive. You add all that up, is going to be quite higher than the 299. So of course the 299 with the 30-day money back guarantee is a great deal. And you push.
Okay, but I'll be honest with you, Marci. I've never said the word 30-day money back guarantee.
Really? Okay.
Never,
Perfect.
ever. Programming is powerful. And if you say 30-day money back guarantee, you have put a loop in the back of their head that I'm going to have to get these massive results in 30 days or I'm going to get my money back. And if I don't get those massive results, then I'm going to get my money back. And we all know people get great results. Sometimes they do in 30 days and sometimes they don't. Some of my most crazy, insane testimonials are people that were 5-6 months in. There's no way I would ever say personally 30-day money back guarantee. So I don't ever say that. No one ever asks me. I've never had a person say, hey, well, how do I get my money back if I don't like this? They'll say, do you have a return program if it's an option? I think I've had 1 or 2 say that. And I say, yeah, we absolutely do within your first 30 days.
Wow.
I don't ever use that terminology.
I've only had 1 return in 3 years. So perfect.
Yes.
And this is why we're having Staci on, because she gives such nice insight. So what about auto ship? How do you deal with that?
Okay, so I'm going to be honest with you on that too. I upgrade every silver to gold. Every single silver gets upgraded to gold. And the reason why is what I tell them. I say, hey, I've invited them to a couple other Zooms, right? Like they're getting at least 1 or 2 invites from me a week, or I'll send them a recording. So checking up, following up, all that kind of stuff, right? And so they'll say, well, I need this, or I would like to try that, because they've heard other things, right? And I'll say, oh, well, I can get you a free supportive patch. If you want to get an X39 49, they've mentioned they wanted those, I can get you a supportive patch of your choice for free. And they're like, really? And I'm like, yeah, I've got a little promo here. So people love promos, a little promo. I can get you a free supportive patch of your choice. Oh, well, you've been wanting to try the Ice Wave. Well, we can go ahead and get you that. You want to get your X39 and, a couple Eons? Sure, no problem. I'll get you the Ice Wave for free. So I don't say I'm going to upgrade your kit. I just tell them I can get them a free supportive patch. They want to order a couple of the other patches.
So since you're not putting them on auto ship right away, what she is doing is following up with every single one of them and saying, I can get you a supportive patch as free when you get 2 more X39s.
Right. Here's what happens with people. Okay. So people love free, right? They love discount. They love free. So they upgrade to gold, right? They get their free supportive patch. Well, then they want more patches.
Yep.
Now I've got to get my husband on this. Now I got to get my cousin on this. Now I've got to do this, right? So automatically they're going to start sharing with people, and then they turn into managers in 2 seconds. But if they decide they don't want to do it that way, they just want to purchase, then they can get set up on an auto ship. Or sometimes, honestly, they'll upgrade to platinum. I've got a lot of people that upgrade all the way through, customers from platinum all the way up to diamond.
So
But
you
auto ship after the gold.
you auto ship after the gold. So I think what's important to know that if you don't put people, like I do silver kit and auto ship, and then I also call them back to upgrade them to the gold, because the gold is such a great deal, right? You get a free supportive patch. So I do the same concept, but I will do an auto ship of one X39 the following month and do the upgrade. If you decide to do what Staci does and not put them on an auto ship, you hear what she does, right? She's on track. She goes to her organization, personally enrolled team, and she's calling everybody.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I'm not calling them, I'm texting or Facebook messaging them.
Okay, she's texting or Facebook messaging them. So
that's how we communicate.
She's right. That's correct. She voicemails, memos, she texts. What's the other thing you do?
I send them Facebook messages.
Or Facebook messages.
Yeah.
But you guys have to understand, like, she is on all of them. She doesn't let one of them go. They're going to move to a gold or a platinum or a diamond or an auto ship. So just know the heart and soul of this business is residual income.
Mm-hmm.
So either do the work that Staci's doing and make sure auto ship is happening, or you will find that your business doesn't duplicate. Okay.
Well, I just, like Sean said, gold sets them up for manager.
And
so what happens is, because, like I said just a second ago, because they keep getting on Zooms, they turn into managers like this. And so they're already set with that gold pack.
Well,
right?
And the other thing I'm hearing is Dr. Staci said the secret sauce are the Zooms.
Mm-hmm.
She's always inviting to the Zoom, but not with attachment. When she calls them back, or not call, she doesn't call. When she voice memos them back or texts them back, or maybe you will call them back, right? After you sent the samples, right? Do you call them?
I don't call anybody. You know what? I would get nothing done. I can send 12 messages, 15 messages at the same time. I can have multiple conversations going on multiple channels at the same time. I can't do that if I'm on the phone.
So really, one more time, when you're doing when the samples are going out and you've invited them to a Zoom, and then you say, what's going on with you? That's not a phone call. You're still voice memoing or texting that.
Exactly. And I'll always say, make sure you message me when you get your patches in. Oh, and then they'll message me. Okay, great. I want you to start tomorrow morning. Here's what I want you to do. I'll send them a little picture, right? Below the belly button, below the whatever. When you put it on, you got to drink at least half your body weight in ounces. And I let them know too. I have a little blurb that I copy and paste. I copy and paste everything from my note section. Like, I don't type everything over and over again. If I'm going to send a text message, it's already in my note section. But I have one that says, like, this is a 5-day sample. Make sure you drink half your body weight in ounces. I'm not expecting you to feel or notice anything in the first 5 days. Clinical studies show it takes about 3 to 6 weeks. So if you do happen to notice anything, let me know, but it's not typical. I've let them know up front that this 5 days is not going to rock your world. That is not what this is, right? This is not a Percocet or, an Ambien. Like, hello, we are talking about regenerative medicine. And I send them that little picture that shows, stem cells reset, your genes reset on immediately. And then what happens in, the first, 3 months and 6 months and 12 months. And I send them that. So they see the timeline. This is not, a miracle cure all fix you today. If you happen to notice something, great, but don't expect that, because then what happens is, if you take your money, right, and your time, and you've mailed them 5 samples, and then they're like, well, it didn't work for me in 5 days. I'm like, well, it's not supposed to work for you in 5 days. It's regenerative medicine. It takes time, right? But I just want, if you didn't feel anything, that's okay. And that's the whole reason why I set them up that way.
Wow. So my big lesson from Staci is, expand your list. Don't be afraid. Use voice memo and texting. Don't be afraid. And invite to the secret sauce, the testimonial calls, silver kits to gold, to platinum, to diamond, but follow up before they go off their silver if you're not putting them in auto ship. what's going on with you, so you can actually share the protocol in the one page. And she does it all on voice memo so she can be efficient. That's what am I hearing it correctly?
Yes.
Wow. Wow. And by the way, you can get all the forms she's talking about at startx39biz.com under take the order. All the order forms that she's talking about, the one page she's talking about, the what to expect that she's talking about, the health tracker she's talking about are all there. Also, she says she sends just the 3-minute video from the Now site. Do you send that by going to the Now site and just grabbing the YouTube and sharing it from there? Or are you getting it from, we do have that 3-minute video under the Biz site under share a link if you want to.
Strictly from YouTube. Strictly from YouTube. I just have that link and I copy and paste it. I have it in the notes section, right? It's saved in my notes section. So I copy and paste that over. They watch that 3-minute, boom, they're interested.
And I believe if you want to grab that to the notes of your phone, you can go to the Now site and just grab it, copy and paste it. That's the YouTube. It is also on the Biz site under share a link. I put that small link over there. A lot of people don't know about that section, but it's there as well. Okay,
They're
keep
asking
going.
me for a script, but I don't have a script. Bob is famous for his scripts. Like, I'm famous for whatever comes out of my mouth. So all the stuff that I've just said with you today is a culmination of all kinds of stuff that I've said over the years. And I just say whatever I feel at that moment with the person. And here's the beautiful thing about voice clips. When you send a voice clip, if you don't use their name on Facebook, you can say, you know, hey girl, or hey man, whatever, however you address people, or hey chickie, or I don't know, however you address people. So you can say, hey girl, I would love to share blah, 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 right? I have come across the blah, blah, blah. And you can forward that message to 10 people, 100 people, and it doesn't look like it's been forwarded. You know how when you forward a text message or a video, you can see that it's been forwarded? When you forward a voice clip in Messenger, it does not look forwarded at all. So you can, as long as you don't use their name, or we've done this in the past too, where it's been like Amy's, for example, and I've got 15 Amy's on my Facebook. I'll say, hey, Amy, and then I'll forward it all to Amy's. And then I got to record another when I get to the Becky's, right? Or when I get to
You are a riot.
Serious, girl. So, you know, I mean, it's all about contacting people, and it's not, like you said, no attachment. Like, I'm not holding this person in for a sale. I've got to have you to make me manager. It's just like, girl, I got something I want to share with you. They're going to go right to my profile immediately. They're going to stalk me. They're going to see what I'm into. They're going to look at my recent post or my recent, and again, it's not that I'm blowing up LifeWave on my Facebook. I'm not. I'm blowing up wellness, healthy eating, exercising, lifestyle, you know, who I am. That's what I post on my social media. I'll give you one social media tip and then I'll be done, because I know we have to hear from Bob and Amy, and they've got so much amazingness to share. But I don't share anything from any page onto my Facebook page. Facebook goes, nothing, not anything at all here worth paying attention to. So don't share someone else's content onto your page. If you want that content, copy, paste it, and throw it on your page. But when you share, then that takes your engagement straight downhill. So for those of you that are doing social media, that's a big, big tip. It'll take your engagement downhill. When you look at my engagement, you can look and see how many comments and likes and shares and interactions. There's buku, right? Because I don't ever share anybody else's content onto my page. That shows Facebook I'm original, authentic. These are my pictures, my hands, my stuff, you know what I'm talking about. So anyway, that's it.
That's good news. That's good to know. And one last quick question, then we're going to go to Amy. Do you have one other list that you do? So far, we know your beginning list. We know your messenger list. Any third list that's kind of like we should know?
The only other list would be if you're, which I've done this in the past as well, if you're in a private page, a specific type of a page that you're in, whether it be let's say, for example, you're in a page of pets, right? You're into all kinds of pet stuff, animal stuff. So then I would private message those people that I'm not friends with, sending them friend requests, becoming friends, interacting with the people, on that group in that page. I know Leah has done that a lot to expand her business, and we do that a lot inside of a private page. So one that you're already currently in, that you are building your rapport with the people that are in there because you're engaging, commenting, interacting, maybe adding to if they allow you to do that. Most pages you can't sell, you can't post your stuff and all that stuff, but you can engage with people outside. It's a great place to meet new people. And so I've utilized that private platforms to also build my list as well.
Okay. Dr. Staci, thank you for saying yes today. Wow. What a great, I'm going to go write down my 3,000 friends today. So, and voice memo, I got to go figure that one out. So, Dr. Staci, as always, you are so great at helping the team get better and with the training. So thank you so much. Amy, how about you, baby? Let's hear a little bit about how you're doing, whatever you want to share about list making, exposing, closing, any of the atomic habits.
Awesome. Thank you. First of all, I want to thank Peter and Marci for this whole community. And Bob and I feel very blessed to be part of it. So thank you. Wow. So much great information, Dr. Staci. I love it. We are very similar. I like to work effectively and efficiently as well. So I'm a big believer and proponent, and folks, you could do this business in the nooks and crannies of your life. You seriously can. I do it every day. So for example, I'm also a big believer in sharing this with people I personally do business with. So for example, my hairdresser, excuse me, is in this business. My chiropractor is in this business. My accountant is in this business. Our mechanic is in this business. My esthetician is in this business. The lady at the credit union where we go do the deposits is in this business. So I like to work initially with people I have relationships with, right? And if I'm going to a hairdresser or to my chiropractor and I'm exchanging my time and my money with them, I'm going to share this with them. And out of respect, I hope they listen. They're going to listen to me. They're going to give me 5 minutes, right? Because guess what? There's another hairdresser right down the street. So that's how I look at it. I'm doing business with you. You're going to at least listen to the information. And Bob and I believe we do people a favor by sharing this. All right. We are bulletproof. We could talk to anyone because I know in my heart of hearts, we are doing them a favor. What they do with this information, Marci, is completely up to them, but I'm going to share it. I feel obligated to share it because of the life-changing events that have happened in my life with others, right? And we also believe this is about the mission before the commission, all right? And we teach that to our team all the time. And be genuine and be real, be authentic, and let people feel your passion. I mean, I don't want to echo a lot of things Dr. Staci said, but I believe in everything she's doing. I'm a big texter as well. I do this business a little bit of every way. I do some social media. I do belly to belly, obviously Zoom calls, but sometimes I pick up the phone, right? Or I talk to that person at the grocery store. If I know they have an issue, or you just start warming up to people and building that rapport, I will talk to them. But I also do this business at red lights. And I've said this a million times. If I'm sitting at a red light for 2 to 3 minutes, I'm going to make it productive. So I'm going to text someone information, startx39now.com. What do you know about stem cells? I finally found something to help me with my herniations. I've had chronic pain for 30 years. Finally found something. I have more energy, sleeping better. What do you know about stem cells? Let me shoot you this video. So I do that at red lights. I went to the dry cleaners the other day. I talked to that gentleman. So seriously, ladies and gentlemen, you can do this business virtually anywhere, anywhere. And I do a little social media. I try and make curiosity posts because you want people coming to you. You want people coming to you. Less is more. Less is more, folks. Do not throw up on people. Do not throw up on people. Your whole goal is to pique the interest. However you decide to do that, whether it's a phone call, whether it's a text message, maybe it's a messenger, maybe it's a Facebook post, but get them on startx39now.com, or I get them on a podcast. Get them on a podcast. The testimonials is what sells this, folks. And I'm also a big believer in facts tell, stories sell. Facts tell, stories sell. Now, unless you're talking to a doctor or something like that, the green personalities, they're going to want to know more information, that, they're more analytical, and that's fine. But for the most part, the stories is what sells. Or I'll send a testimonial to someone. So if I'm talking to someone who has a certain issue, and people ask all the time, guys, and we cannot make medical claims, but if someone calls me and says, hey, Amy, will this help with diabetes? Here's my answer. You know what? I really don't know what it's going to do for you, Sally, but here's what I do know. I do know we just had someone on a podcast a couple of weeks ago, and it did actually help level her blood sugar, but your body's different. So I'm not quite sure, but let me send you that testimonial. So I'll say something like that because I can't guarantee that, right? Marci, you can't guarantee that. We're all different, but here's what I do know. I do know that you can probably get better sleep, have more energy, wound healing, better mental clarity, because that is what it is scientifically proven to do. And follow up, the fortunes in the follow-up, folks. So whether you get them on podcasts or get them on startx39now.com, you always follow up. And follow up with your director or someone up above you. We like to do three-way calls. We are big believers in third-party validation and credibility. But the first thing I ask someone is, hey, what did you like best about what you just heard or what you just saw? Not what did you like best? And I don't care, Marci, what they say. Whatever they say, I'm going to go with that, because you know what? At the end of the day, it's all good. It's all good. The science, the testimonials, how to get started, paying wholesale, all of that. So that's all I want to add. I talk to people every day, but folks, start with people you do business with. You already have a relationship with them. You're already exchanging your time and money, and talk to them. And it's really funny. Whenever I go to the hairdresser, I'm sitting there with color on my hair, and her name is Flora. She's like, Amy, can you talk to this lady over here? Can you talk to this lady over here? So I'm actually working as I'm at the hairdresser.
Well, and I love that follow-up, the fortunes in the follow-up. Dr. Staci talked about list making, a lot of list making, a lot of exposing. And Amy's basically saying, do not forget to call them back or to voice memo them or to text them and say, what did you like about it? Like, do not forget, to follow up, because it's the follow up that moves the process forward. And I also love what you say about do business with people that do business with you. You are paying how much to get your hair colored these days in what it's like in California, $300, And, if you are going to give your money to an entrepreneur, make sure that they also see what you're doing. Entrepreneurs, what I have found, Amy, do business with other entrepreneurs.
Absolutely. I just sometimes I walk into business. I'm a local business owner as well. Maybe we can help each other out. What do you do? Or networking groups. It's a perfect way. Have several preferred customers and rep or brand partners from networking groups in the community, chamber events, all of that, folks. Exposure, exposure, exposure.
I love what do you do? That is a business person asking another business person, what do they do? Do not be afraid to talk business with other entrepreneurs, with other business people. I think early on in network marketing, I had fear about that. Not anymore. It's like, what do you do? Because I want to know how I can help them and how maybe they can help me. And I also will do Staci's, who do you know? Oh, you're not into the holy grail of healing. Well, who do you know that is? Oh, you're not into building another business. Who do you know that is entrepreneurial? So many people can bring you to the next person if you just ask. And once again, it's that non-attachment. I'm sure Dr. Staci would say, don't forget to read the 4 agreements, because she is non-attached. She does not care if Susie Smith says yes or no. She does not care. She just wants to let people know they will come. The ones that want it will come for the healing, for the business, for any of it. But she's not attached. I get that. And she has no fear. And Amy is not attached and has no fear. I think that's the common denominator that I hear in both your energies, right?
Mhm.
Amazing.
Absolutely.
Amy, anything else to add? Bob, it's 10:53. I did want to quickly go over the system. So the new people I see in chat, a lot of people are new today, and we may just need to quickly go over the system and where to find the resources. Bob, may we ask for you next week on our 333 Ask, Share, Give? It's the second phase of our, I believe it's the follow-up and the close, but we'll probably have you do 30 minutes on the whole thing, much like Amy and Dr. Stacy did today. Would that be?
Yeah, I don't want to follow these two girls anyway.
I mean, they're a tough act to follow, Bob. I mean,
okay, I'm a senior presidential. I've got a whole page of notes from just what they said.
oh,
So you would think I wouldn't need to do that, right? But I did.
me too. I got 3 pages. Why do you think I asked Stacy to repeat? It was for me. I know. And remember, this is recorded. This will be on Telegram under our Be Activating Community and under Business Telegram. So, and I'm going to show you where those are. So you can grab this recording and re-listen to it. When you say, what's the script, Stacy? You know what I say to you guys? What I say to myself, I'm going to re-listen and just write down some of the good words she said. I'm going to write down what Amy says for follow-up and for working with people you do business with. I'm going to re-listen and write down because it's good today. This was great content. So real quick, I know that many of you on the call want to know where you can find what Dr. Stacy and Amy were talking about. Okay, so let me show you real quick. The first site is called Start X39 Biz. That's startx39biz.com. That is our business site. This is the site where you can text and talk and talk and text. This is where Stacy grabs many of the pieces that you were hearing her talk about. So what do you do? Well, first of all, the Leaders Club, you can click on this and see the leaders in this organization. You will see there's over 50 in 3 years. It's pretty amazing. Click here to get text and email blasts. This is our system. This is when, Stacy was saying the secret sauce is to invite to the podcast. Well, that's that invite. Do you see that? That's the third 3. So let's talk about this. We have this memorized. Okay, the people that are senior presidential directors on this call could say this in their sleep. 333 Ask, Share, Give. What do? We patch 3 a day, we follow up with 3 a day, and we invite 3 to Zoom. When Stacy says she does more than 3 a day, she does not quite 100 because she'll get kicked out of Facebook. That's what she means. That's her list, patching 3 a day. Follow up with 3 a day. When Amy said, what do you like best about what I've shared with you? That's when she's talking about follow up with 3 a day. Invite 3 to our patching podcast. That's what Stacy said is the secret sauce. She invites everyone to the patching podcast, our testimonial calls. Okay, so when we patch 3, we ask, we share, we give. We ask a question. Dr. Stacy's question is, remember, a 10-second little voice memo. That's her ask, right? That's her ask. My ask is a little more, I do the what's going on with you. I'm more social than she is. She would never take the time to do what I do, but that's okay. We're different. We can be different. So I'm what's going on with you. I like Bob Campbell's. I finally found somebody that helps me with whatever's going on with him. What do you know about stem cells? I use that type of an ask, although I'm not opposed to playing around with it. I like to mix it up. So I'm going to try on Facebook some of Stacy's asks, right? We all get to dance our dance, right? The share. I share my testimonial real quick, 10 to 30 seconds. Stacy probably shares her testimonial on a voice memo. Maybe she doesn't share it at all. She doesn't even share her testimonial. That's fine. No problem. We both share a link. I share the Now site. She shares the one video. from the Now site, the 3-minute video. And it's there. It's the second video on startx39now.com. We both give a gift. I send a 5-day supply, so does she, a sample. Bob doesn't really send gifts. He offers the wholesale pricing. It's okay. They're both gifts. Wholesale pricing is a great deal versus retail. That's a gift, right? So we all dance in the system, but we dance in the same system is what I'm trying to say. Does that make sense? I think I'm pretty much accurate based on this. That is our system, 333 Ask, Share, Give. And then we go into the 14 steps. This is really important. This is how we all became SPDs. Here's the system again. Patching 3 a day, asking the question. We share the Now site and we share other links. This is where some of the other links are. Some of you guys don't even know it's right here, but this is the 1 minute on light, 30 seconds. And I believe this is the 3-minute video right here, if you guys want that link. So those are right there. The other link right here, share startx39.com. You can just edit, copy, edit, paste. It's right there, right? Everything's there. Then join Telegram. A lot of you guys were going, how do I get all this? Right? Well, you go to tab 5 and you go to join Telegram. And you click right here. And yes, you do need to know how to actually join Telegram. So you go to, you download Telegram with your Apple or with your Android. And then, yes, you have to go in and put your name and your address. And yes, when it says, do you want all your contacts in here? You say yes, because we're network marketers. All we do is contacts. And then after you add it, you come back to this page and click the links. This is our Be Activating community. This has everything we ever talk about on. Our invites, our testimonials, everything goes on here. And then from here, I actually take it and divide it into different sections for you guys. This is testimonial only. 3 years of product testimonials. This is where Dr. Staci says if they don't come to a podcast, she goes here and grabs a testimonial from them. This is the business training. This is where this training will be today, okay? And we'll also be in the Be Activating community, but that gets so big I like to divide them out. Practitioner team. This is everything a doctor ever says about our product. Before and after pictures. Pictures tell 1,000 words. And our Spanish Telegram. Tammy, this is where you can get a lot of Spanish info. It's right there on Telegram. Okay, so that's important. We also have our Facebook. Don't forget to join our Facebook page. Everything. In fact, we should have gone live on Facebook today. I'm still remembering to do that, but I forgot today, unfortunately. But that is where we do all of these usually live on Facebook. We rank announce on Facebook. This is a big part of our team. And then YouTube is awesome. This is most of everything we do. We put right into YouTube, and Dr. Staci does the same. She has her Dr. Staci call every Tuesday night that she's opened up to all of us. All the recordings are there. So these are very, very good. But if this all gets too confusing, you can go to pre-recorded testimonials right here. Remember, someone asked about the concussion, Juliana. You could go right here to sport. There's Ivory, even with a picture of him, and Dr. Harmon talking about his concussion. Okay, very good. The science testimonials. I even put the Tony Robbins in as influence, his new book and stem cells, right? I think we have, right, who's this? This is Dr. Staci and Dr. Mel. There's so many good testimonials that are already loaded for you. And Beamy, if you're here, I took all the dates off. So they're just testimonials. I think that's really great. Give a gift. This is where you could go to order or to our gifting envelope. This is what Staci, I think she just actually prints these off and throws a sample in an envelope and mails it off to save money.
No, I actually just got more from Sally. I just ran out of my last batch of 250. So I actually do put the samples in that, and I stick that in an envelope with the health tracker and the PDF of the patch summary sheet and my business card. So I put my samples inside of that.
Okay, so one more time, you put your samples inside of that, and what else do you do? A business card, and what else?
Health tracker
Uh-huh.
and the patch summary PDF, our new one that has all the placement on it.
Yeah. Awesome. So when we get to that, I'm going to remind you guys. That's great. So you can actually go right here to marketing materials and buy whatever you want, just like Staci did. So Staci went right here, take your phone and take a picture of Sally. She's our printer and our designer. And you literally can just do what Staci did, and you can call Sally and order what Staci did. Staci just ordered 250 of probably the English right there. They're right there. Everything is here. I love these. I just ordered for a doctor office setup. Actually, I just set up a pain and repair clinic, and she's doing X39. She's doing Eon and Ice Wave. And so I ordered these cards from Staci or from Sally as an example to set her office up. So there's lots of great materials here that Sally does. Sally also runs the business cards. And this is one of my favorites. This is where I make my business card. It's my, I have my little patch in there, but my name and my website, and then what stem cells do in the Now site. So this is really great too. So this is a lot of our materials. If you're feeling overwhelmed, don't be. You can, for $8, just get one made. Jan makes the gifting envelopes and the gifting bag right there. So you basically can do your business with your gifting bag and your business cards. Call it a day. That's pretty much what I use. And it sounds like that's pretty much what Staci's using. So that is under give a gift, and then invite to podcast. This is where Staci says, everybody, that's the secret sauce. Well, guess what, you guys? The secret sauce is right here. Let's just go look. Monday night. Oh, there's Dr. Staci. We added Dr. Staci to Tuesday night, and then the podcast right after. By the way, Dr. Staci changed the time just to make sure that everyone could be accommodated. And I want to thank you for that. Everybody's excited about that call. Thursday night, Wednesday night. Oh, there's Spanish. Hey, our Spanish call had 30 people last night on it. I was so excited about that. And I want to thank Donna and Roberto. Every week they're pushing a Spanish call, and Roberto translates everything. Thursday night is us, Staci and I. And then, oh, this is new. I love Sheila and Jan. They are interviewing leaders now. So if you get a call on this, know it's super special for us. But then again, the Friday testimonial call. So this is our invite to podcast. And lastly, under take an order, this is what Staci was talking about, what she uses. I believe this is the form she uses, although I think she's whited out the bronze, to be honest with you. No, this is not the form she uses. Oops, this is the form she uses. But I think she's whited out the bronze, but she does retail and wholesale, and she upgrades anyway. But this is basically the form she's basically using. And then she's basically using under the one page, I believe this is the one she's talking about that she likes with the patch placement. Is that correct? Okay, that's the one she's liking. And what to expect. I believe this is the one that she's liking as well, that she puts in. By the way, you can order these little cards now through Sally. Sally's actually printing all these if you guys want those. And then I don't know if you saw this, Stace, but we added this one, which is just the tracker by itself. And so that's probably what she's using, or she might be coming down and using the health tracker that has all the information. This is her favorite. So you can see there's a lot of great pieces. And then after you take the order, if you get all confused and you go, I don't know what to do, just go to tab 10 and you can watch how to put the order in your back office. The company ships like Amazon and you make money. And then you can learn how it actually generates money on the just a minute, we're almost done, on the compensation plan and the video that talks about compensation plan. And by the way, every third Saturday, Peter goes over live comp plan. And this is the new thing I just added. Thank you, Staci Phillips. This tells you how to get your pay portal set up, and it's the new pay portal information. So once again, there's just a little round of our system. Peter, back to you.
Wow. Welcome to 2023, everyone. I hope that, well, for all the new partners here, for everyone that's been here with us, first, I really want to say congratulations to every single one of you for reaching and achieving whatever rank you did in 2022. But do you know, we're going into 2023 now. So we are, again, in college terms, we are going into our senior year. Okay, everyone? We have tons of bodybuilders. We have tons of partners, leaders that graduated already. There is absolutely no one in this organization that cannot have or does not have any support. Does that make sense, everyone? This year, our main message, and I want to let everybody know, we want to see you at convention. We're really going to push the convention messaging. We want as many people there as possible. By the end of this year, whatever you learn from Dr. Staci, Marci, pick any of your favorite leaders, okay? Just go with the flow. Just know that even though there's different styles, different ways, it's still the same thing. We're all doing the same thing over and over and over again. And one thing that we love about our team and culture and organization, you just know that we all go to work. We work every single day. How do we know? You all are on the podcast every day. So that's how we know. So there's a lot we learned this year. There's a lot we learned today. Thank you everyone for your participation. What a week this week. Make sure everyone registers for next week's Nova. Just know the company is going through Life Wave 2.0. Okay, a lot of updates, a lot of upgrades that will happen. Just follow our lead. And again, congratulations everyone. Let's make this year a year that we're going to build our own economy, okay? We funnel our own economy here. Each one of you helps somebody else. Does that make sense? So if the brand new person comes here, I'll leave it with this, okay? If the newest person comes in here that blows and explodes the business because they follow the simple system, does that mean that we're supporting each other? Yes, we are, because we are in a binary. You belong to somebody else's partner. So enjoy this growth, enjoy this year. Get ready for next week, everyone. It's Nova time. Everybody can't wait to see Dr. Staci, the whole Florida team. End of the month, we're gonna party like crazy, everyone. And that will be the beginning of many, 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 many graduation parties in 2023. So we love you. Great training. That's right, Leah. Everybody, see you later. And go have an amazing, incredible Saturday weekend. And congratulations again to all our rank advancements. We love you. Bye, everybody.
Absolutely wonderful training. Wow.
Bye, everybody.
Next one.
Great call today.
Thank you.
Awesome
This has
training.
been just
Thank
amazing.
you.
Thank you.